about the attribute discussed, guys. Okay, about the attributes related. And the next, another one is about the methods. What is method? How to creating method? How to accessing method? How we are sending values to the methods like that. And the next, objects related we discussed. How to creating objects? How many objects? How we are calling the class members using the objects. Okay, how we are counting the number of objects? How many created for a class? Like this all we completed. And next, about the constructor also, guys. Constructors, constructors and types related, we discussed what is constructor, what is the purpose of the constructor, how it is executing, how many types of constructors there. Okay, so in constructor, if any parameter there, how we are sending values to them. So these all points we discussed, and variables and those scopes, guys. Simply types of variables and scope also means, after creating variables, where can access, where cannot access, how many types of variables there, those variables, how to calling also. So here, local variable is there, global variable is there, instance variable is there, class variable is there. Yes, so class variables using the class name reference, class name generally we are calling. Instance variables using the self parameter we are calling generally using this self parameter. Okay, now remember that. And local variables inside the method, just variable name equal to value syntax we are using. Only inside that method only we are able to accessing. Global variables outside the class we are defining, and inside the class or outside the class anywhere we can access. Class variables where we are defining means inside the class, outside the method. Simply before the class structured, immediately creating. After the class definition, immediately we are creating class variables. Class variables also syntax variable name equal to value syntax only. So this all together we completed, guys. We completed. So now one of the important concept, Whoops principle. Whoops principles, guys. So we are going to discussing now today about the Whoops principles. So what are the Whoops principles? What are the major pillars of the Whoops? Like asking in interviews. So we have four principles, guys, mainly. So one is inheritance concept there, and next, second one is polymorphism concept there. That this second one, polymorphism concept, and coming to the third one, encapsulation there, and next, another one, abstraction, guys, abstraction. So these four concepts we can considering like a major pillars of the Whoops, major foundation, major concepts of the Whoops concept. Okay, so now we need to discussing as one by one. We have to discussing about one by one inheritance and types of inheritances. Inheritance and types of inheritances. So what is inheritance? How many types of inheritances are there in Python? So this is now we have to discussing in the today's session. Next, about the polymorphism, types of polymorphism, encapsulation like that. So each one separately we are going to discussing. So end of the day, guys, we are combining all concepts together and developing the programs. So right now, separately focusing. And end of these sessions, Whoops related end of these sessions. So all concepts together we are developing. That is the main coding using Whoops concept. Okay. So first inheritance we are discussing. So next, when we are discussing polymorphism, inheritance with polymorphism we are discussing. So when coming to the encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism with encapsulation, three things together discussing. When coming to the abstraction, all four things together developing. Got it? So now come to the inheritance, guys. So here, what is inheritance? What is inheritance? The process of accessing the parent class related properties into child class is called as inheritance. So for example, this is one parent class assumption. So this is one class considered like a parent. Parent class also considering like a base class. This parent class, base class, also considered like a super class. superclass, parent class, base class, superclass. And next here, child class there is. So parent name, if we are using, can use the child here. Base class name, if using, so derived class. Superclass, if we are using, subclass. Okay, na? Like this we are calling subclass. Okay. The process of accessing the properties from the parent class into child class is called as inheritance, or else the process of accessing the properties from base class into derived class is called as inheritance, or else from superclass into subclass. Like that, combination names we have to use this when we are telling about the definitions. Okay, no? Yes, sir. So now here in this parent class, so some methods we can create as per the parent requirement, some methods, some variables we can create in this parent class. And next, those properties, methods or variables, we can reuse in the child class without recreating. So what is the main advantage of inheritance means reusability code. Reusability code without recreating, just we are going to reusing as per the requirement, as per the child requirement. Okay, so these all in the parent, for example, 10 methods there. So child wants to use only one or two methods. So those methods can use in the child class, and also child related new implementations we can develop. New implementations also we can develop. Okay, this is the inheritance concept, guys. So in Python, we don't have any keywords for inheritance related. Just parent class name of means parenthesis inside the child class name of inside the parenthesis parent class name using. Okay, now? So that is the point. Simply syntax I'm giving guys here. So here using the class name we are creating classes, guys. So simply parent class name, and then here the some methods, for example, M1 method. So method means self parameter. Generally we are using guys. Okay, now here I don't want to write any logic. Simply pass keyword I'm using. So this is M1 method. Next M2 method, self, and then here the again pass keyword like this. So two methods there, guys, M1 and M2 here. So simply some structure is there. So now here coming to the child class. So here the child class name. So whatever the name we want, we can use it. Child class name of this are you getting my voice? Yes. Okay. So child class name of parent class name of like parentheses, right? So this is the parent, this is the parent. What are the properties are there in the parent? This is all derived with the child class. Okay, child class inheriting from the parent all the properties. And now here child class related any other implementations. So we can do it simply such as this one. Okay. So now we have child class property there because of the parent properties also we are getting. So all these bring together the child can use it. Child can use it. So for example, in child class, so I have one that in the child class there is one method that the name yum3 is. So implementation later can do it. So this is inheritance. This parent class M1 and M2 can use by child class. Okay. So next, if we want to access these properties, then we have to create the object for the parent class. Only where we are accessing the things. If we are creating child class object using the child class object, we can access the child class property and also its parent class properties. All together can access. That is the advantage of using child class object. Okay, now. So remember the structure, guys. Based on the structure. Now this is here. First of all, When coming to the inheritance, first you have to understand about the definition, guys. I explained definition not like here. What is it? Next, types of inheritance. That is, you have to understand that. First one, definition related example. Definition related types of inheritance. So when coming to the types of inheritance, when coming to the types of inheritance, so here I'll write multiple types of inheritance. Several types of inheritance. First one is single level inheritance. Single level inheritance. Next, multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and several types of inheritance. So next, multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance, and next, hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance, and finally, hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance. Okay. So these are the main criteria. Inheritance definition and download of inheritance. So definition and use of inheritance. Reusability, main purpose, reusability. And next here types single level, multi-level, multiple, hierarchical, hybrid. How many types of inheritance are there in my country? So in that situation, we have a four types, we have a five types like my country don't do like this. So here, some people they are telling like we have four types of inheritance. Some people they are telling five types of inheritance. This is one. Okay, combination of all. Combination of all is decided by the inheritance. But for the four types of inheritance, combination of hybrid inheritance. That's why some people for example not counting this one, some people counting this one. Okay, na? So remember that. So one by one, now we'll focus. So first, coming to the single level inheritance. Single level inheritance. For this single level inheritance, this is the structure. Okay. Parent class and one class. So from the parent class, access the property to the child class at one level only. There is only one level. This parent class and child one level access. This is called the single level inheritance. Okay. For this, now we'll do the examples. So here, Python, I will use Python. Open the Python guys. Okay. Portal and assignment I will edit. Starting program. Basic systems related. Python comment keyword related. Assignments. And multiple choice questions related. I will upload. So the practice session. Okay, this is the project. So now open our project. Click on the file, click on the project, select this project. Okay, now the constructor and types of video programs. Yes. So now here, click on this symbol, project symbol, and now you create one file. Near new and click on give the name as inheritance. as formulated single level inheritance program .py. Single level inheritance program .py. Okay. So now you can find here coding areas. So class. So here, just for understanding some programs on basic. Sample one. I'm taking like a parent class name is like sample one. So every class internally inherit from class. Every class internally inherit from which class? Any idea? So every class internally inherit from object class, small letters, object. Object is the parent and the child. Now just M1 method writing. I am M1 method like I'm writing M1 method of sample one class. Later programs more programs right? Basic structure is what to understand right now. So next class sample two class sample two of now inheriting from the sample one. And now we are M2 method, and now we are M2 method of sample to class, sample to class. So like this I said here, just two methods are. And then I want to create an object for sample one classes. So for sample one, for parent object I'm creating. So simply if you want to create parent class object like that. Okay, I created object for this parent class, and then one dot M1 method comes here, and I'm looking for which method about the M1 method. Looking for M1 method inside sample one. So available M1. That's why it is going to execute in this output variable switch. Okay. So here statement I'm printing excluding this one. If I'm doing here return only statement, so this is the result of return is the method calling execution. So this is method calling execution. Okay. So now right click here, click on this run application, then you get out the output. I have one method of sample. Okay. Minimize. Next, I'm going to use one dot M2 method. So can I get output for this? Can I get output for this? If not getting it, what is output? Yes, one dot M2. So here, yes, one putting one class. So moving to this one, looking for M2. So now here M1 is there. So looking for M2 not there. This is only this sample one class range up to here range. Within the range M2 method is there or not there. Okay. So for sample one class object not M2 method. Then which error you are going to get? Come on, let me know. Give reply. Which error are you expecting? No one give reply. Reference means yes, one is reference available. I created reference is available. This is the method not available in one memory. Then error name is what? Type error memory. Yes, parent is class cannot access child method that is correctly. But error name is what? Type error many people are check it. Attribute error you are going to get. sample1 class object has no attribute M2. This is your clear case. So here the Python console guys, like ideally to open this one, open this one, and now here I created one empty list. This empty list guys, not created. Wait. List equal to empty list. I created into this list using append method. If we want, we can add the values. Now in this list, so 10 values there. So into the list using add method, I'm going to add 20 values. Okay. So for the list concept, total 11 elements there. Out of those 11 elements are not there. Okay. So this is the data type for this is the object. This type of object. For this object, if this method is not working, then we are going to get attribute here. Attribute here. List object as an attribute to add. This add method can use for set. For example, if you want here the okay, this is a set. So set dot add now here we can add value. Okay, into this set now our new value there. Okay, into this set using append method we are running add for set. Append method not working. Append option I'm so for set object append method not available. Okay, that's why I attribute here. Are you clear now? When you attribute here. So now this is object for S1 object M2 might not available. If not available, then attribute here we are getting. Okay. So I expected maybe you are giving attribute error correctly, or if you are confused in any error you are giving. M2 is a name, method name not there by any error. Maybe you are entering like I expected, but all people giving type error. Why type error coming? Definitely you are thinking. Okay. Remember guys, in Whoops concept number of runs and may get attribute error if specific property not applicable to specific object. So here in this you are going to get this error. So now here I commented and I got this is something. So here one point remember this is a parent class and this is a child class. I created object for which one parent class object I created. So using this parent class object reference parent class related member we can access but not child class members. Okay, now these properties we are giving to child class, but we are not accessing from child. This one you have to remember it. Okay, this is one program. Okay, here only I'm going to improve variation problem. Next here only I'm going to create a object for the child class. Object for the child class. Sample2 class means the child class object. Now using H2, I'm going to call the M2 method. So H2 presenting sample2 class. So move into here guys. And looking for one method M2. Okay, M2 is available to no problem here. Successfully you are going to get M2 method of sample2 class. Okay, next H2 dot M1. Can I add this one? So H2 representing sample2 class. Now we are looking for which method M1. Looking for M1. So this is the sample2 class scope. So within this memory looking for M1 not available. If not available, then in the parent class checking. This is inheritance. Actually, because of the inheritance only, the method also coming and available here. But for right to understanding purpose, like it is some explaining. In sample2 is not available, in parent available or not. That parent class available outside. So here the M2, M1 is available. That's why we are going to get this one from the sample one available. That's why we are going to get it. So I am the M1 method of sample one. Okay, na? So from this sample to moving to sample one and executing this one. Okay, na? And then next here H2.M3. So in H2 memory, H2 representing sample 2. Okay, in the sample 2 looking for M3. So M3 not available here. Then moving to sample 1. In sample 1 also M3 not available. Then moving to where? The sample 1 was inherited from object class, parent class. So moving to the object class, there available or not searching for M3. M3 method in different class object class there is not checking. If there available executing. There also if not available, then will return exception. Which exception? Attribute error. Attribute error giving. Okay, now this is the concept. When coming attribute error, you have to understand using this programming and using parent class object what we can do. Parent numbers we can access, but not for child numbers. Using child class object reference what we can do. Child class numbers we can access and also its parent class numbers also we can access. If any particular method is not applicable to a particular object, then return attribute error. This is you have to understand this single level intelligence. Later on, we will talk about this attribute error. In this inheritance case, easier relation following. Inheritance concept follows the easier relation. Easier relation. What happened here? Okay, this is considering the option. Class sample and now here this is a sample class I'm writing and then a equal to 10. Okay, and then this is a variable a. This is a variable. This is a variable. Just like I'm writing and then equal to 20. Okay, just like create like this. So create the object for this sample. Create the object for this sample. Now here I'm going to print this sample class dot simply dot. So what you are going to get double underscore dot double underscore variable there. This is considering like a documentation string. So inside this class using the triple quotations immediately after the class definition before any statement immediately triple quotations related there. This is considering like a documentation string of this class. Previously in module chapter I explained the documentation. Okay, so now here this is a triple quotation related there. This is considering like a commenting. From second agent onwards, anyway we are finding triple quotation related to the content, considering like the comment, multi-line comment related. This is the documentation. So documentation string you can access using the double underscore dot. Okay, just I'm printing here. This is a sample class. Okay, actually using this documentation, what we are doing in real time here. So this class behavior we are explaining. Using this class, what can do, this class content, what functions. Okay, like that explanation we are giving. In this class, what method there, add method, subtract method, like that defining information representing. And later in every method again documentation we can create that particular method can do what. By that documentation we are writing. In every method as a first statement, in every method as a first statement, double underscore triple quotation related there called as a documentation on the method. Now, so right now this is our file, guys. This is our file. So this is technically what we are calling in Python. Every .py file is called as a module. Am I right? In module chapter I explained that Python module chapter. In Python, every .py file is technically called as a module. So every module also has documentation. So inside this module is nothing but this Python file. So in first statement using the triple quotations, if you are writing any content, that is considered like documentation of that module. Second statement onwards, if you are writing triple quotation related, that is considering like a commenting. Commenting related code we are accessing. Commenting related information, documentation related information we can access using this double underscore proc, double underscore attribute. Simply we are calling the top attribute. Diversity the top attribute. Are you clear, guys? This one remember. Now here working with doc variable. Working with the doc variable. Okay, here I have to close with the triple quotation. If I'm using single quotation, here to here, closing this one closed. So that's why table we have used. Inside the double quotation, can use the inside the double quotation, can use the double quotation, no problem. Okay? Yes. Now we are not getting any output. So okay, this is about the single level inheritance and inheritance in Python. Inheritance follows one easier relation. For example, one animal is animal contains different types of animals. I have one animal class, and for example, one cat is there. Cat is an animal. One dog is there. Dog is an animal. Okay, one elephant is there. Elephant is an animal. Okay, na? So human class there is human class is there. Parent class. So now employee is there. Employee is a human. Student is a human. So here the easier relationship we are following. In Python follows the easier relation. Sometimes asking what type of relation follows by Python. Inheritance easier relation follows. In some languages, easier relation, harder relation like that. So here what easier relation is following. Okay. So remember that. Okay. Next, coming to the second one. Second one is what? Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. So here the process of inheriting the properties from one parent class into one derived class. This is a parent and this is a child. And next, accessing the properties from this derived class into another derived class. Okay, level by level, one after another is called as the multi-level inheritance. For example, here one class also, if you want to find again this one inheritance. So here in the middle, n number of classes may available. This is the top class, bottom class, middle, n number of classes may available for inheritance. At least one class is provided. At least one intermediate class is provided. Top level, bottom level, in middle, at least one intermediate class is provided. Okay, now? Now, like this I'm giving. So if it is A class data, then here this is the B, then B of A, like we are writing. And coming to here, this is the C, then C of B, like we are writing. A class into B, B class into C inherently. Okay. So now here, when discussing about this B, so in this relation, guys, in this relation, A is the parent class, B is the child class. B is the child class. Now in this relation, B is the parent class, C is the child class. B is the parent, C is the child. It means this single class performing two behaviors. When working with the A, it is acting like a child. When working with the C, it is acting like a parent. This is called the intermediate class, mediated class. Okay. So base class, derived class, another derived class. The process of accessing the properties from one base class into one derived class, from that derived class into another derived class, level after level, or else one after another, is called as a multi-level inheritance. Are you clear? This synthesis is understanding later. Can focus on the logic, no worries. Simply here, class A, I'm writing. So okay, some logic is some logic here, and the next class B of A, then B related and A related together there. Yeah, and then class C of B, just we are writing. Okay. So this is the multi-level related inheritance syntax. So as for this, now we will write coding. One more file, multi-level inheritance program. Okay, now here same previous program related, I will copy paste. Okay, yeah, sample 1 class, sample 2 class created. Next another one, sample 3 class. So it is a sample 3 inheriting from sample 2, inheriting from sample 2. Okay, so sample 1 into sample 2, sample 2 into sample 3, and now here the methods M3 method and the M3 method and the sample 3 class. Okay, now all clear? So A into B, B into C, like that. Now here, if I'm creating object for sample 1 class, so using this object, only we are able to accessing M1 method. Sample 1 class property only we are able to accessing. Okay, so if I'm creating sample 2 object, if I'm creating sample 2 object, then using this sample 2, M2 method we can call, and the M1 method also we can call. So in this sample 2, this M2 available because of the sample 1 inheritance, M1 also available. Okay, no? So if I'm creating object for last child class sample 3, then so M3 method and now M2 method and M1 method, all together we can access sample 3 class, sample 2 class, sample 1 class related, all the methods we are able to access it. So in that situation, no need to creating these 2 class objects, sample 1 and sample 2, using the sample 3 class only, using sample 3 class related object only, we can access all the methods of the parent classes also. So that's why no need to creating sample 2 class object, sample 1 class object, it means parent class object. So always create the object for the child class and using that object, parent class members we can access. Got it? So that's why object commenting. Select like control slash commenting. If you want one commenting, again control slash only. oncoming. So now execute this. So here M3 method, M2 method, M1 method, all working like all we are able to accessing. So next okay, the same program. One more time. Yeah. Okay, 3 classes there. So here S3 dot I mean first of all I want to create a sample 3 object. Okay. So here S3 dot M3 method I'm calling this. S3 dot M3. So just M3 method is going to call executing. Here if any parameter there, those parameters here we are going to pass on the values. Pass on the values. Okay. And next here def constructor method. Last session we discussed about the constructor. So now here print I am a constructor method. Simply I am a constructor method from sample 1 class. I am a constructor method from sample 1 class. Okay, I'm not calling this also if you want. Okay, so if I'm executing this one, am I going to get any output? If I'm executing this one, am I going to get any output? One guy say reply firstly. Okay, all people you said no. Then check it out. I am a constructor method from sample 1 class. So you're not following this, blindly you're following. Okay, check it out. So first, which class object I created here? Sample 3. Whenever the object is creating, then immediately constructor method is going to executing. I said in the last session clearly. Constructor method immediately executing whenever object is creating, automatically executing. So now coming to this sample 3, here any constructor method is there or not there, then moving to its nearest entity. Okay, so because of that, the coming to sample 2, here not there, then moving to sample 1. In because of this, coming to sample 1, here constructor method available or not? Available. That's why this is we are getting. Constructor methods automatically calling, and these are the normal methods without the call explicitly. Using the child class, parent class methods we can access. I said this is the parent class related method only. That is automatically executing. That's why output is coming. Got it? Everyone. Next time, if I'm giving like that, you have to identify it. Now here def constructor method. Okay. So now here print I am a constructor method of sample 3 class. Now what is our output? Here is their constructor and here is also their constructor. Both there. So both executing or only one executing. If one executing, which one executing? You have to understand. Okay, now check it. So I created here which class object? Sample 3 class object. Okay, S3 representing sample 3. Moving over here. In this, looking for constructor method. Actually, this is object creation. Immediately, okay. So, is there any constructor or not in the sample 3 checking as? So, yes, in the sample 3 constructor is executing. So, once if it is executing, then not moving to the parent class. Here only available, it is executing. Here only available, it is executing, not moving to the parent class. Here is not available, then looking into the parent class. Looking inside the parent. If available, executing and sitting silent. Sitting silent. Okay? So that's why no, both are not executing. Check it here. Constructor method of sample 3. For understanding sample 1, 2, and 3 like a given. Sample 3 class related constructor executing. So which object is created sample 3 class object. Then inside that class of looking for a constructor, here only available executing. If not available, then moving to the parent class. Okay. And one point remember guys here. One point remember. So this is a OOPS concept. So when we are working with OOPS concept, bottom to top approach executing guys. Looking for methods which approach bottom to top approach. Bottom to top approach, looking for methods. Simply looking for methods. Where in the OOPS concept. In the OOPS concept. Okay, na? Bottom to top approach executing in OOPS concept. So here, first checking here in the bottom class, child class. Here is not available, moving to the parent. Here not available, then moving to the parent. Like that, the bottom to top, looking for the required method. Okay, now in some languages, top to bottom approach working. In some languages, top to bottom approach working. If multiple methods there, first where appear, that is one executing. Some concepts. So sometimes every person may ask, OOPS concept, Python looking for methods based on which approach, bottom to top approach or top to bottom approach, like they are asking. So bottom to top approach working. Okay. So bottom to top, whenever looking for a particular method, same method is available in all the classes, then first bottom one executing. If not there, only looking for the top section, top class. Looking inside the top class. Okay. Now save it. Okay. And I don't want to use any constructors at all. Normal code I want to use. Here, one special method I want to let you know is, okay, 2 classes only we can use, or 3 classes also we can use. That is all always. Just 2 classes I am using for understanding easily. Sample 1 and sample 2 is there, guys. Okay, now here S2 equals to sample 2 class. Now here S2 dot M2 method, S2 related M2 method executing, and S2 dot M1 first class related M1 also executing parent class. So here by using the child class object reference, we can access child class properties and parent class properties. This is one statement. How to access parent class methods, simply members, parent class members, how to access means using this child class reference. So like this, outside the classes, these are the classes guys. These are the classes. Outside the classes, we can access using the object reference. Now, inside this class only, I want to access this parent class methods. This is now my requirement. Inside this child class only, parent class method I want to review inside the class, not here. Okay, are you clear my intention? So for that purpose, we can use super method. We can use one three different method called as super method. Okay, I'll complete this program and this this. So now here, I don't want to execute this one here. Simply, I want to call only M2 method, this one executing. So inside this, for example, M2 method statement printing, and next here we have a method called super method. Super method dot super method dot M1, like we can write. So super method representing current class related super class. So what is the current class? Sample 2. Its super class is what? Sample 1. In this sample 1, looking for M1 method. If available, execute. Okay. So now execute here. So M2 method, M1 method. So M1 method not calling here. Just M2 only I called. Inside that M2, parent class related M1 I called. Because of that, moving to thinking. For example, if you want this parent class method result into this child class method, for example, sometimes some mathematical result is number related kind of things returning. That result we can get and save in this method. That result we can use in this method for doing some calculations, for doing some mathematics. Okay, na? So for example, here addition method, here subtraction. So in this subtraction addition method, we can call that result we are getting, that addition value of result we can use in this subtraction if we want. So like that, one method related result we can use inside the another method. One method related result we can use inside the another method. Previously in function section, one function related result we can use inside the another function. So same like that now here also. Okay, so how we can call means using this one, super dot python. Inside the same class, if multiple methods there guys, inside the same class. Okay, so here only last program guys, small change only without disturbing this program. I'll comment here. So here one more method, def M3 method, M3 method is there, and the next print M3 method of which one? Sample2 class. Okay, this one there, this one there. So now here in this method I want to call this M2. In this method I want to call this M2. So first of all here the M3 I'm calling M3. No problem, M3 is calling. Okay, coming to here, executing this one. And the next parent class related method M1, if I want to call this one, I can use super dot M1. But this method I want to execute. How executing? This is the current class method only. I want to use the so current class method. If we want to use self parameter, we can use self dot M2. Self representing current class reference. Okay. Now what is output you are able to see? This one I'm calling. So coming to here, then first execution statement was this one, and next what is the calling? So because of this, moving to the this M2 method. This is the cursor flow guys. So now here this is the second execution statement. And inside that again one more method calling parent class outside there. Okay, in the sample one. So that is going to executing it. So now really it is working or not, check it. M3, M2, M1. So called only one method. Inside that method, current class method using self we are calling. Again, inside this method, the parent class method using super method calling. Are you clear? Same class method, how to call using self. Parent class method, how to calling in child class means using the super method. This is you have to understand. Okay. So single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, I explained guys so far. And those two concepts are related here. So material inheritance related here I given. Number of examples also there. Practice related, do practice. And next multi-level related also. Okay, in this same material only both the two things there is single level, multi-level related, and one small bank application related also there to practice depositing money, balance inquiry, withdrawal related and all. Next session, multiple and hierarchical branch hybrid. Three things together we will complete. I will discuss three things next session. Okay. So here these topics related in three questions also there is first part single level, multi-level related there here. So what is inheritance? What is the main advantage of using inheritance usability? And what are the types of inheritance there? And which relation is used for inheritance? Is a relation. Explain the concept of superclass and subclass. About inheritance you are explaining. Okay, discuss the syntax for dealing a subclass in Python. So subclasses how we are dealing with using inheritance, parent class related all together dealing. How to accessing parent members in subclass. Okay, in subclass how we are accessing means using the super method. So about the super method, constructor method, multi-level related. So like all there, check it here. 15 questions are given, and this is for multiple hierarchical. Tomorrow I'll complete this one. Okay. So this session I will stop now here. Some people requesting here the other Gen AI related quiz session there. So okay, you can attend guys. Anyone interested in that? So I'll stop now here. Tomorrow I'll continue remaining inheritances. So once completing that, next polymorphism. Like that. Here number of examples there to practice. Okay, no? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this day. See you on Monday. Tomorrow Sunday we don't have a session. Monday I will connect it. Thank you.